Hi, G-Bex babies. Angel's here, and we thought we'd read a new book to you today. And this was Aunt Colleen's, or Cousin Colleen's, one of her favorite books, or series of books. And it's the Berenstein's Bears, right, Angel? And so we thought Brazelyn and Spencer and Grace and Mark and Mason and Lily and Connor and Vale and Dylan and Liam and Evan would love for us to read this book. Angel, do you want to read this? Huh? Would you like to read this? Okay. Are you ready? All right. It's called Forget Their Manners. It's very important to have manners right now because we're all living in very close quarters together. It's by Stan and Jane Berenstein. All right. Please and thank you help quite a lot to make a polite bear out of one who is not. Okay, here we go. Ooh, here's the first page. Take a look. Looks like someone's angry. Up in the top floor. There was trouble in the big tree house. Down a sunny dirt road, deep in bear country. Trouble with manners. The bear family's trouble with manners was that they forgot them. Look at Mama up in the treehouse. She's upset. Even I think that bird is upset too, right there. Okay. So here we go. At first, it was just an occasional please or thank you that was forgotten. I don't think she's being very polite, licking herself like that. Then there was a rude push without an excuse me. Then a reach across the table instead of please, pass the broccoli. Angel, can you stop doing that? Mama Bear wasn't quite sure or why it happened, but she was sure of one thing. Whatever the reason, the bear family had become a pushing, shoving, name-calling, ill-mannered mess. The dog likes that. Silly head, fuzzy brain, noodle puss were some of the things that they were saying to each other. Angel, can you stop that? At the table, it was even worse. They were a grabbing, mouth-stuffing, food-fighting, kicking under the table, super mess. What do you think? Yeah? All right. Of course, Mama Bear tried to correct Brother and Sister Bear's behavior. She tried coaxing. She tried complaining. She tried shouting. She tried going to Papa for help, though it sometimes seemed to Mama that he was part of the problem. Papa banged on the table and shouted as only he could shout, but nothing really seemed to do any good. Look. Not everybody's happy, I don't think. Angel, did you go to sleep? You're supposed to pay attention to this book. All right, here's Mama trying to solve problems. Mama didn't like what was happening to her family. Not one bit. Something had to be done, but what? The best way to fight bad habits, she thought, was with good habits. Then she thought of a plan. She got a big piece of cardboard and a marker. At the top, she wrote, "The Bear Family Politeness Plan." Here it is. Are you ready for this? When the plan was finished, she called up family meeting and showed it to Papa and the Cubs. Angel, we're having a family meeting. What are you doing? See? Family meeting. Ooh. It certainly got the Bear family's attention. Looks like a lot of rules. Rudeness. Forgetting please or thank you. Pushing and shoving. Interrupting. Name calling. Reaching at table. Playing with food. Rude noises. Banging door. Forgetting, excuse me. Hogging the bathroom. That's not good. Penalty. Ooh, here's some of the penalties she came up with. Sweeping front steps. Beat 2 rugs. Dust downstairs. Clean cellar. Clean yard. Wash dishes. Weed garden. Clean attic. Empty garbage. Put out the trash. Would you want to do that? Angel, pay attention. Said brother. This looks serious. I think we better come up with a plan of our own, or we're going to do a lot of extra chores. What sort of plan? Said sister. Well, he said, instead of just being polite, we'll be super polite. We'll please and thank you so much that Mama will be fed up. And the whole thing would be off. Yes, said sister. We'll be so polite, she won't be able to stand it. That doesn't sound very nice. What do you think, Angel? Angel. They put their plan into action. They were super polite. After you, sister dear. Thank you, brother dear. In the hall. Excuse me, brother dear. Why, certainly, dear sister. Waiting for the bathroom. Terribly sorry to have kept you waiting. Think nothing of it, my dear. What do you think, Angel? Is this annoying you? Are you bored? But it didn't work out as expected. Mama didn't get fed up at all. And after a while, brother and sister forgot about being super polite and were just polite. At the table, pass the honey, please. Certainly. In their room, would you like me to help you pick up your toys? Thank you very much. In the yard, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to bump you. That's all right. No harm done. And it turned out, Angel, that Mama had been right. Things did go more smoothly. Once they got into the good manners habit, they didn't even have to think about it. You like that, Angel? But it wasn't so easy for Papa. He was the one who got fed up. It's a little harder to change habits when you're older. And he had to do quite a few chores for forgetting his manners. I'm glad to get out of the house, away from the politeness plan, he said as he drove the family along the highway on a trip to the supermarket. It's him driving. Manners and courtesy are just as important away from home, especially on the road, said Mama, as they stopped at a sign to let pedestrians and other cars pass. They help us to drive safely. Well, grumbled Papa, as they all went into the busy supermarket, I think you can have too much of a good thing. You've got to have common sense along with manners. Why, if you let everyone go ahead of you at the checkout, you'll be there forever. Angel, that's really rude. And sometimes you have to interrupt. Excuse me, ma'am. He interrupted the shopper, but I believe you have a leaking bottle in your cart. The shopper thanked him for the help. You see, he said, driving home, there's more to life than remembering manners. Manners are all right for cubs and mama bears. But we papa bears have other things to think about. At that moment, the car in front stopped suddenly, and Papa bumped into it. He was furious. Why, that pin-headed, fiddle-brained, he snarled. Name-calling, reminded Sister. The penalty for name-calling was cleaning the whole cellar. So Papa gritted his teeth and remembered his manners. And a good thing, too, because climbing out of the other car was the biggest, angriest bear he had ever seen. But when the angry bear saw how polite Papa was, he remembered his manners, too. He explained that he had stopped short because a mama duck and her ducklings had crossed in front of him. Then he and Papa Bear looked at their bumpers and saw that no harm was done. See? You see the little ducks there? Angel, are you sleeping? Ooh. As I was saying, said Papa, as they continued on their way, it's very important for us to remember our manners at all times. And I want to thank you, Sister, for reminding me to remember mine. You're very welcome, I'm sure, said Sister Bear, politely. The end. Angel and I hope you enjoyed that. I think Angel fell asleep, and I hope you have a good sleep tonight. Bye, my babies. Love you, everybody. See you later.